Welcome to Facts TV News, where everything is true. Indicom probes alleged assault of mass murder accused. The Independent Commission of Investigations Indicom says it is probing allegations by accused quintuple murderer Whole Barnett that he is being assaulted while in police custody. Commissioner of Indicom Hugh Faulkner instructed the commence of an investigation into the allegations, stated that entity in a news release Thursday. This investigation was in relation to comments purportedly made by Whole Barnett to His Lordship, the Honourable Mr. Justice Leighton Pusey, during the accused man's first appearance in the Home Circuit Court on Tuesday, June 28, 2022, as published by local media, the release stated. Indicom said its investigators on Wednesday visited the police lockup where Barnett was preliminarily interviewed in relation to his allegations as reportedly expressed during the court proceedings. The commissioner said it sought medical intervention for the complainant and was assured by the custody inspector that steps will be taken to facilitate a doctor's visit as soon as possible. The commission's investigation continues, which would include the recorded statement from the complainant and a request for the official transcript of the court proceedings to verify the alleged comments, the release stated. Barnett is accused of killing his cousin Kimisha Wright, 31, and her 4 children at their home in Clarendon. Allegations are that Barnett slashed the throats and inflicted stab wounds on the victims on the night of June 20 in Clarendon. Gun attack at Clarendon shop leaves 1 dead, 2 hospitalized. 3 people were shot, 1 fatally, at a shop in Sandy Bay, Clarendon. The deceased has been identified as 26-year-old Dwayne Miller, also known as Whisker. Reports from the Mapen police are that about 9:30 p.m., Miller was among a group of men at the corner shop when 2 men on foot approached and opened fire, hitting him. The attackers then fled. The police were alerted, and on their arrival, 3 men were discovered suffering from gunshot wounds. They were taken to hospital, where Miller was pronounced dead and the other men admitted for treatment. Police sources say intelligence has revealed that the attack stemmed from an ongoing feud. Miller was gunned down hours after the brazen morning murder of 27-year-old German Blackstock in the community of Litches in northern Clarendon. Between January 1 and June 26, a total of 39 people have been murdered in Clarendon. Court rules against Whole Pastures residents in case with JPS. The Supreme Court on Thursday ruled against residents of Whole Pastures in their long-running dispute with the Jamaica Public Service Company JPS over the underground electricity distribution system in their community. The residents had filed a suit against JPS claiming that they are entitled to electricity exclusively by underground means. They had based their argument on the fact that an underground electricity system was installed in the community when it was built by private developers in the early 1960s, and therefore JPS could not change the system. However, JPS argued that the system was old and could not be properly maintained. In its ruling on Thursday morning, the court determined that the underground distribution system failed due to age and not a lack of maintenance. As such, the court said it could not be repaired but had to be replaced. The court also said that the replacement of the underground system does not fall within the JPS statutory obligation to repair, and the cost of any new system is to be met by the claimants. The court noted that after the residents indicated their inability and/or unwillingness to pay for a new underground supply, JPS acted out of necessity by installing overhead wires in the community. Judgment was therefore entered for the JPS with cost to be paid by the residents. JPS was represented by Patrick Foster, Simone Mayhe, Ashley Mayer, and Jacob Phillips. The residents were represented by Anthony Grifton, Emily Shields, and Maria Bradley. Accused quintuple murder, Whole Barnett gets legal aid. Senior Counsel Tamika Harris has been appointed by the Legal Aid Council of Jamaica to represent Clarendon quintuple murderer accused Whole Barnett when his case is mentioned in the Home Circuit Court on July 28. Barnett was advised of Harris' appointment by Justice Leighton Pusey by video Thursday when he appeared before the Kingston and St. Andrew Parish Court. Pusey presided over the case virtually from the Home Circuit Court. According to Pusey, the severity of the case meant that a senior counsel had to be appointed for Barnett. The latter on Tuesday, during his first hearing, had advised the court that he was in the process of acquiring a legal representation. Pusey told Barnett that Harris' appointment would last until he gets a suitable attorney. In the meantime, Barnett's next hearing was pushed back from July 22 to July 28. Judge Pusey granted the request after a submission of Deputy Director of Public Prosecution, Andrea Martin Swaby. According to Martin Swaby, the additional time will further accommodate the psychiatric evaluation of Barnett, which is needed for the case to move forward. Pusey advised Barnett that the law requires a psychiatric evaluation because of the severity of the case and the fact that the Crown is seeking the death penalty. Barnett is accused of killing his cousin and her 4 children in Clarendon. Man shot and injured in Grange Hill. A man was shot and injured at his gate in Bethel Road, Grange Hill, Westmoreland on Wednesday, June 29. According to the police, at about 8:30 p.m., the man was sitting on the front perimeter wall at his yard when a motorcycle rode up with 2 men aboard. The pilot got off the bike, brandished a firearm and opened fire at the man who ran. The men then escaped on the motorcycle in the direction of the Grange Hill Health Center. When the shooting subsided, the man discovered that he had received a gunshot wound to his chest. The injured man was assisted to Savannah Lamar General Public Hospital by residents, where he was treated and admitted in a serious condition, the police report. The police told reporters that there has been an increase in criminal activities in Grange Hill area of recent. They are also investigating to determine if Wednesday's night shooting incident is connected to the murder of O'Shane Hamilton. Hamilton was shot and killed by men on a motorcycle on Mint Road in Grange Hill the night before. According to statistics from the Jamaica Constabulary Force, there has been a 39.2% increase in murders in Westmoreland since the start of the year. As of June 26, there were 71 murders recorded when compared to 51 murders that were committed during the corresponding period last year. Bethel Home gets help to address health safety concerns. Missionaries of the Poor, operators of Bethel Home for people with special needs in downtown Kingston, can breathe a sigh of relief as the Digital Foundation make plans to renovate the facility. Digital Foundation CEO Charmaine Daniels recently toured the facility, which is currently at risk of losing its certification from the Child Protection and Family Services Agency due to health and safety concerns flagged during its last inspection by the Ministry of Health and Wellness. The Digital Foundation has confirmed that it will complete the necessary upgrade to keep all 60 residents, most of whom have multiple disabilities, housed at the facility. Bethel Home has been providing care to people with moderate to severe disabilities, offering therapy, access to education, and enabling them to have a better overall quality of life. The home is operated and maintained through donations made to the missionaries of the poor. However, financial support dwindled during the novel COVID pandemic. It has been especially challenging recently to maintain the home, but we are grateful for donations from overseas and locally, which will help us keep the infrastructure in good shape, said a director of the home, which is located in downtown Kingston. The Digital Foundation will be renovating the kitchen, bathrooms, and laundry room to meet health and safety standards. Additional renovations will also be done to windows, doors, and partitions in the dormitories. This home really caught our attention because of its amazing work and the care that it offers to the wards, said Daniels. Finding this haven for persons with special needs and then discovering that it could potentially lose its registration and funding was devastating for us, because special needs support is such a critical part of the work that we do to help to create a world where no one gets left behind. CPFSA is the governing body for the licensing and regulation of more than 40 private residential childcare facilities island-wide. Children's Home have to comply with 29 standards before being certified. They must obtain approval from Jamaica Fire Brigade, municipal corporations, and other entities. Final approval is given by the Ministry of Education, Youth and Information, noted CPFSA Chief Executive Officer Rosalie Cage Gray. The Bethel Home plays a critical role in caring for our most vulnerable children. This support from the Digital Foundation will go a far way in ensuring that the home's license is renewed. Renovations to the facility are projected to be completed in September, with residents and caregivers equally excited for the end result. We are really blessed at this time to have assistance from Digital Foundation, said the Home Director. Flood-prone areas to benefit from $100 million NWA initiative. In anticipation of an active hurricane season, the National Works Agency NWA has allocated over $100 million for the cleaning of critical drains and the debushing of road corridors. The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration (NOAA) predicted recently an above-average Atlantic hurricane season this year, making it the 7th consecutive above-average hurricane season. Experts estimate a 60% probability of landfall in the Caribbean. Due to this, NWA's communications manager Stephen Shaw said the multi-million project is targeting major gullies and drainage systems in traditional flood-prone areas in order to mitigate the impact. The approval process is reported complete and work is being done in all 14 parishes. Concentrated efforts are being placed on sections of Broker Gully, Columbus Drain and Tivoli Gully in Kingston, Cape Valley and Brownstone Standfast in St. Anne, Boston and Folly in Bournebrook Cemetery Lane in Portland, Margaret Gully in Westmoreland, drains along the City Road into Macfield Roadway in Hanover, and the Jacksontown to Ulster Spring Road in Trelawney. Also, work is to be done on a section of North Gully and Montpelier in St. James for another multi-million-dollar initiative that is being implemented for rehabilitative work. It is expected that this preparedness mechanism will be completed by the end of July and are said to be the first of 3 phases to prepare for the hurricane season. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell for daily updates.